Here's more wrestling news for April 30th, 2023, and we're starting off with CM Punk, who made quite the splash this week by showing up backstage at Raw, his first time at a WWE wrestling event since walking out of the company in January 2014. Some have suggested that Punk showing up at Raw was a publicity stunt to get fans talking about his rumored return to AEW, and now the former world champion has shown up in another company. Last night, Impact Wrestling hosted their second night of tapings in Chicago, Illinois, and as a picture from Jordan Grace confirmed, Punk was in attendance for the show. Punk wasn't the only notable name at the taping, as Trinity Fatu had her first match for Impact at the taping and was cheered on by her friend and ex-WWE superstar Mercedes Moné. As for Punk, his motivations for attending the Impact taping are unclear, as well some have suggested that his Raw appearance was to gauge the company's interest in him. There's been no similar stories of him possibly joining Impact. Punk is expected to make his AEW return this June as part of the first episode of AEW Collision, but neither his return nor Collision have been confirmed by Tony Khan, and until we get more answers, CM Punk will keep fans guessing this next month. Now, we can't say for certain that WWE would be interested in signing CM Punk at this time, as the former world champion is no stranger to controversy, but there's no shortage of names that WWE are after. It's been reported in the past that WWE has their eye on MJF and Wardlow, as well as names including Kenny Omega and The Elite, and now Vince McMahon and Triple H are ready to strike. A source for Ringside News explained that WWE is now officially on the hunt for AEW talent, who they will use to fill the gaps in the upper echelon of WWE's main roster. WWE wants top names from AEW to fill in for the injured Randy Orton and the part-time John Cena, and Roman Reigns' limited schedule is also said to be part of this decision. The source added that if WWE can sign any big names from AEW, they will be part of programs with the likes of Seth Rollins, Cody Rhodes, and Drew McIntyre, though the latter hinges on whether Drew is still with WWE by the end of this year. Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, and MJF all have contracts that are set to come to an end sooner rather than later, something WWE is fully aware of, and who do you want to see, if anyone, make the jump from AEW to WWE over the next 12 months? At this time, the rosters of WWE are undergoing major changes due to the draft, but not everyone is going to be picked. After night one of the draft, Dolph Ziggler, Mustafa Ali, Omos, MVP, and Von Wagner were all named as free agents, and this could be a very worrying sign of things to come. As a source for Ringside News explained, this year's draft is being used to thin out the herd, so to speak, and there will be some filtering out on all levels of the company. As we've previously reported, it is believed that releases will come later this year when the WWE-UFC merger is finalized, and it appears that the current draft is an indicator of who could be let go. Interestingly, Mustafa Ali's name has already come up as one of the names expected to be released, and the fact that he is now a free agent in WWE is not a good sign for the former Retribution leader. Of course, things could still change, but for these free agents and those who will go undrafted this coming Monday, their time with WWE could be about to end. One name who is here to stay is AJ Styles, who returned on this week's SmackDown after spending months out with an ankle injury. During his return, Styles hit a phenomenal forearm, but was otherwise absent from the OC brawl with the Viking Raiders, leading some to speculate on his condition. When Ringside News asked their sources, it was confirmed that contrary to what some have said, Styles is 100% medically cleared and good to go, so expect to see the phenomenal one back in action soon enough. And we're ending today with Britt Baker, who has been at odds with the Outcasts, and their feud has extended past AEW TV. Yesterday, Ruby Soho was part of a Q&A at the For the Love of Wrestling convention in Manchester, England, and things turned nasty when she spotted Baker and Jamie Hayter in the crowd. Soho asked Baker how her eye is, referring to Britt receiving a black eye on Dynamite, and called Adam Cole Britt's boyfriend, and Britt fired back by saying her boyfriend is the biggest star at the con. Soho called on security to force Baker and Hayter out of the venue, but things were very tense during this interaction, and expect this feud to only get uglier from here.